Welcome to the Take It Home podcast. Podcast so bad we really should just take it home. I am one of your hosts, Doc Simmons. You can find me on all social media at Doc717. Tonight we have a new what is it? It was a gaggle of good looking men. I can't remember what I was doing for four people, but it's still a gaggle of good looking men. Tonight I'll give the hot tag to my partner. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Zach Hendricks. I'm on all social media at Z Hendricks Brand. Of course, look up Country Air at Country Air Official on Facebook and Instagram, and Country Air Brand on Twitter. And I'll pass it off to the senior official.
What's up, guys? Referee Perch. You can find me at Perch XLV, pound sign for the ref brand, and Waffles Take It Home podcast.
Waffles, 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 waffles. Before we get into talking about what we ate, we have a special guest here tonight. Another student of the Thumper's Den. Uh, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, brother?
Najong, Kumbay Huameng. You can find my name is Huameng. I am the Hmong assassin. You can find me on social media on Instagram at Huameng, HOUM, HOUA, and Meng, MENG, throughout all social media.
Right, yeah, like get that brand locked down, brother. Makes it a lot easier. Why don't you tell the listeners a little about yourself? How'd you get into wrestling?
My first match I ever saw was Eddie Guerrero and Brock Lesnar. So that was the match that got me into wrestling, especially
The
Eddie Guerrero,
the WrestleMania one?
the No Mercy one, the
No
No Way
Mercy?
Out one, the No Way
Okay,
Out one,
no way out.
where Eddie won the title.
Yep.
Yeah, after seeing Eddie washing,
Okay.
he really got me into wrestling.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. And then what made you choose the Thumpers Den?
Uh, One, it was the closest thing to in Milwaukee,
Yeah, that's fair.
and yeah, I just chose that school because because it was like one of the top schools in Wisconsin that I saw from what I saw.
All right. Hell yeah. Nice. And how long have you been working now?
I started in April 2023. No, 2022, I believe. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I
2022.
would say I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you've been wrestling longer than a year.
So like almost a year and a half or a year and a quarter.
Like almost 2 years
Yeah,
now.
2 years, almost 2 years. Yeah.
All right. There you go. And how are you loving your wrestling journey? I know we talked a little bit before we started about your travels this weekend, which we'll get into
Yeah.
later, but how are you enjoying your wrestling journey?
Oh, I love it. I love the traveling, I'm always, even though I'm always away at home. When I was a kid, I never did much, so the traveling is really helping out,
Okay.
making me explore.
There you go. Yeah, no. It's good to see. I was talking to this one kid at work today, and he's like, "Yeah, I never really been anywhere out the state." Oh,
Hmm.
brother, you gotta travel, see the
Yeah.
world. Just go next door. It's just an experience. Yeah. But yep. So our special guest today is HOUA. We all love him. Me and Zach especially just don't like to wrestle him because he's usually on the opposite side of us. But why don't we get back to our waffles, 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 waffles? How was the food hunt this weekend, fellas? Perch, you were home. What were you eating?
Yeah, I found some good pizza. Paper plane pizza in Milwaukee. Damn good. Been looking for some good pizza in Wisconsin, and Ian's pizza is pretty good, but paper plane, new place, uh, damn good. I
Okay.
love it.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Zach, what about you?
Well, yeah, Saturday we went to, right before my show, we went to Honeyberry and got me some biscuits and gravy with some sunny side up eggs. Can't never complain about that. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it for like nice, good foods.
Hell yeah. Wow. While you were out on the road, any food you have worth speaking of?
Uh, we did try to go to Steak and Shake on Sunday, but they were
Okay.
closed.
Ah,
And we
what
went.
time did you guys get out? Because they're usually
We got out like around. We were there around like 11 or
Yeah, we
12.
got there
Yeah,
like
12.
11 at midnight.
Yeah,
We got to like Steak and Shake area.
yeah,
They closed at 10 and we got there at 10:09.
oh wow. 'Cause
yeah,
So we ended up, oh yeah, we went to Denny's though.
yeah. Denny's was good.
okay. 'Cause I feel like Steak and Shake is usually open pretty damn late.
Yeah, it was one of the rare Steak and Shakes that actually on 24/7.
Yeah, dang.
But
There's Good City.
yeah, but Saturday, us three, we went to Raising Cane's. That was
Okay, yeah, good choice. Can't
yeah.
go wrong.
And then Friday, I guess came home and had fun.
Nothing wrong with that. That is also
Yeah.
good.
Doug, hold on. Wall Ming, don't underplay this. We got Steak and Shake, and like the waitress, she bikes on messed up CJ's order. She got him
Steak and
they
Shake
both
or
got
Denny's?
Oh yeah,
Denny's. They
yeah.
got stacks of
Denny's.
pancakes. They got stacks of pancakes. So Wall Ming get this big ass stack of pancakes. Well, the
Mhm.
waitress messed up CJ Cole's pancakes, so she's like, "Oh, here you go. You guys keep the plate." And she brought CJ his regular ones. So Wall Ming had like 5 pancakes on top of his bread. This guy eats so much food.
Yeah, yeah.
Say, look, I know I am on the shelf, but you will not be taking the heavyweight title from me. I am the largest man on this podcast. All right, don't get that twisted.
Yeah, five times.
Hey,
Five time.
a man's gotta eat.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, if you're gonna be on the road that much, like, eat as much as you can. That's my favorite part of traveling. Food. You get to eat so much. See, Friday night, went to a little grabbed some food from the diner across the street. Had some steak and eggs, always good for breakfast, for dinner. The next day, I had some waffles from a diner that's across. Yeah, yeah. Like somewhere along the way, we lost we lost our way of being a waffles podcast. With the side of wrestling at some point, and just became a foodie podcast. But yes, I did have waffles this past weekend with some scrambled eggs from Sunrise, which will probably be the place I'm going a lot because it's a short walk from the house. Like I forgot we were
Mm.
walking; it was so quick.
Chicken eggs too.
Yeah, no, I had waffles and eggs this
Oh,
time. Waffles
my
and
bad.
yeah, yeah, I switched it up. I thought about steak and eggs again. It was very tempting,
Well,
but
it's good to know they have it because Honeyberry does not have steak and eggs.
and that's the place I want to take the producer. I just keep. It's like I need to come to Milwaukee with her and just eat. Because I also want to go to what is it, Fireside? That food truck. I want to take her there.
And you
Um,
also got to have check out that TV repair shop spot.
yeah,
That
TV repair shop. It's got pick a weekend to be there in Milwaukee, but yeah, um, lots of good breakfast over the weekend. Though is the point. Yeah, very good stuff. And we might have lost track of being that waffle podcast, but what we haven't lost track of is Perch's bangers of the week. Perch, what do you got?
Ooh, this week's banger of the week. Uh, it's an oldie but a goodie. Uh, this singer is really good. Really blew up over the past decade or so, but nothing beats the first several CDs. And this was off, I think it was like the second CD, but a banger. I listened to it, brought me right back to like maybe '08, '09. Yeah, really good tunes, good era music. Uh, Taylor Swift, Sparks Fly. Uh,
Hmm.
Definitely a good tune, a rockin' song, and yeah, nothing beats those first few CDs of hers, and they're really good. She's on top of the world now, but don't forget the original bangers.
Oh,
And
okay, yeah, yes, I do remember. This is another one of those songs I never knew what the title was. No,
that
yeah,
song survived. Probably overlooked now, but bangers survive, and that one
no,
definitely.
what was it? Something that came up. It's ridiculous that she was your banger of the week choice. Was that It was it for Saturday Night Live, the Her and T-Pain uh song. Like they did a parody song together. It's ridiculous. I will put that one in the chat. But if you haven't seen it, like that one came across, I was like, God, yeah, and it was like 2008. So it was like,
That's funny.
so good, so good. I can't remember what it was from, but I was like, God, this is like a banger. They really should have made a full song out of this. Like this is worth it. There's some high quality production.
Oh, I love it. Good music. Good music.
All right, can't go wrong with Mr. Swizzy or Mrs. Swizzy, Mrs. Kelsey. I get, yeah, Travis is her like +1 now. All right. So why don't we talk about what we watched this week? I know Perch, we were talking earlier, watching this episode of Dynamite tonight. What else you been watching?
Yeah, I've been loving it. Mox and Claudio against FTR. Hell of a match tonight. It was great last week too, as Mox took on Dax in a drop down drag 'em out fight. I really enjoyed. Good heat, good animosity. I love everything about it. Uh, was watching some NXT and um, yeah, good. Roxanne Perez, great match. She is uh, got like a good attitude to her and
Yeah.
really believing in the fight that she's putting up, and to see her rock a promo before coming out and then tearing it up in that match and leaving with that attitude. She had the pin, decided not to go for the pin, and went with the nasty submission. Everything
Heel
about it
Roxy
was
has been fun, I will admit. She's been a bright spot on NXT.
yeah, and she gets it, and she puts together good stories, and she's got a lot of good, I guess, not anger right now, but a lot of good self-esteem behind her, and she showed it in that match against I think Maddie Rankowski, and seeing her have that match was really cool as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, really enjoyed watching that match. They tore it up.
Zach, what have you been watching this week?
Honestly, unfortunately, I haven't watched a lot. Not much wrestling. I watched I don't know if you guys saw like the A&E thing where it's like WWE Treasures though, where they have like top dollar travel of like superstars to get memorabilia and they're trying to like open up the WWE museum and they're getting gear. So I watched like 8 episodes of that. Like the episode 1 was with Mick Foley. Episode 2 was Taker and Kane. 3 was Jerry the King Lawler. 4 had Bruce the Beefcake Barber and what's his name? Greg Valentine. There was another one, Sergeant Slaughter. Booker T was an episode, and like with Booker T, they tied in Junkyard Dog. With Slaughter, they tied in Iron Sheik. I don't know what the last one is, but like I mean, it's very interesting because they do tell the stories. Like they were able to get like the Unabomber outfit from for Kane, his like first ever gimmick. That and the story like they told was like back in the day, like Taker worked Kane when he was the Unabomber. And, like Taker like on an indie show. There's like a promotion that WWE had, and like Taker was like, "Yo, we need to get this guy."
Mm.
And like a lot of the superstars back in the day would donate gear for charity, but Taker was so old school about the kayfabe and all that that he did not donate any of his gear. He kept it all like in his storage garage because like he didn't want to lose the mystique of Undertaker.
Yeah.
So like just like those stories and like hearing all that and like there's fun stories and like they had like Andre the Giant was another one and like Big Show and Andre and Mark Henry were looking for his stuff and like I mean, to see like the amount of respect Mark Henry has for Andre the Giant, like when he got to hold his passport, got to see Andre's farm, like he like they're making fun of him. He's like you just want to keep making Mark Henry cry, don't you? He was emotional. But yeah, I mean, those are definitely if you have Amazon Prime, it's on there for free. 100% recommend watching. Like it's like you get to see all the cool stuff that you didn't get to see before. Like I didn't know Greg the Valentine. Like I forgot that Greg Valentine had that shin guard, and they called it the Heartbreaker. And they like pretty much said like, hey, you need to update we need to modify the figure four leg lock. So what he did was he put a shin guard on backwards. So when he hooked the figure four leg lock, the hard shin part was on the ankle. So it just made it look more devastating.
Devastating, yeah. Gave it a
Hmm.
reason. That's smart.
And like
No,
one
I
of
didn't
his
know that was the thing he had done.
yeah, and then one of his rain jackets were like 25 pounds.
Oh God.
Damn.
And then like Booker T, like they're on the hunt for his final cape because like his last match ever, he did a different like King Booker cape. It was bro, it was fire. It was black, had some nice like wolf fur in it, and, like lion fur, and had like gold lion like emblems on each side. He was able to find it. Oh, and Vito Tomaselli's in one of the episodes. If anyone knows Paulie Tomaselli, his brother Vito's in it one of the episodes.
Oh, I think I did know that. I think I did.
Yeah, he's in the. I'll give it a hint. He's in the Booker T one, but he doesn't have Booker T's gear. I'll say
Okay.
that.
I think I did know that because or maybe it might have been him, but maybe Paulie was talking about it on the show. I think Paulie had talked about it at All Heel. Now that I think of
Possibly.
it. But yeah, I do. I actually did know that. Yeah, he was on there, and did maybe a new season just dropped, or they were talking about or got announced because I think I did see something about it this past weekend.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're getting like there's new episodes coming out soon.
Okay, yeah, that
Yeah.
maybe that's what it was. Yeah, I did see a post about it.
Definitely like one I would recommend if you're like a wrestling fan and all that. You get to see the respect they have for all those guys, and you get to hear all the cool stories and like it's very interesting. Like get to see all that stuff.
Nice, nice. Wow, did you watch anything of interest
Uh, I've
this
been
past weekend?
I've been keeping up with WWE and the storyline Road to WrestleMania.
Okay.
So I thought SmackDown was good, especially when The Rock wore his vest.
The best.
Yeah, the vest. uh, I I like that one segment with R-Truth and Carl Anderson. Maybe we get Carl Anderson singles run.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I think our truth is precious. Him calling DIY DX
yeah.
has had me dying.
I like what they're doing with damage control, the storyline with Bailey and damage control right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then on Raw, oh Drew McIntyre. I love him. Love him so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
He's doing great work.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. Drew gets it right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's probably like top three on the roster for me right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I one thing I didn't was which I wish kind of WWE would stop doing is just like showing. I know they merged with UFC and because of the TKO brand, but they showed Michael Chandler, UFC fighter.
Yeah, yeah, that promo spot, that was
Yeah,
interesting.
I guess sometimes wish they stop doing those kind of things.
Those
Or
crossovers.
yeah, not the crossover. It was like showing celebrities.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just let
that's
just let the
just my
celebrities be
opinion.
fans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, but I am happy. The main event, Gunther versus Jey Uso.
Yeah, that was
That was a good one,
that
especially the ending. Now we're gonna get brother versus
was
brother.
brother. Yeah, I did not see that I didn't think we were gonna get that so soon.
But
But
yeah, I was just
That's getting extended to Mania.
yeah, but
yeah.
I didn't think we'd get it this mania. I would have figured maybe like SummerSlam actually. I thought that is you know I'm a big main event J guy, so I was hoping for other things.
I was hoping he was the one that take it off Gunther.
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to take it off. I was hoping he was going to take it off Roman. I have been wrong on both occasions.
But yeah, that's what I've been watching, just trying to keep up with WWE and their storyline on the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah, WrestleMania season, nothing wrong with that. I have been watching a lot of random old stuff. Um, Zach, you brought up Greg Valentine. I haven't watched it yet, but I watched the comeback of it, and that made me uh save the match. It is from 1985, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Greg the Hammer Valentine. Um the used to be in Right to Censor, leader of Right to Censored. Why can't I remember his name right now? Um but he's got a YouTube channel just analyzing wrestling, and he was talking about this match and how the comeback actually starts from Ricky the Dragon Steamboat being on the outside. Stevie Richards, there we go. Stevie Richards runs a YouTube channel just analyzing different aspects of wrestling, and it's really good. I definitely highly recommend it. And it's the comeback in this match that he's analyzing, and Ricky the Dragon's just starts getting fired up on the outside. They brawl from the apron, and then Ricky steps in. Greg cuts him off. So you get that little dip, and then Ricky's back up. It was just just very interesting in analysis. So I went back and watched some of that. I watched. I don't know why it was just an old school match for type mood, but Too Cold Scorpio versus Chris Benoit from WCW in like 1993. Amazing match. It was like maybe 30 minutes. It's either 30 minutes or 20 minutes. Either way, Too Cold Scorpio wins with 1 second left. Amazing match. It's wild when you see Too Cold now, and he's still doing most of this stuff that he's doing in like 1993, 1992. God, man, that man is freaking timeless. And you get if you think about him when we were coming up, get a good amount, I shouldn't say a lot of a good amount of high flying Chris Benoit. Not, he's still doing his mat wrestling, but he's going, high spot for high spot with Too Cold. It's very good match, very good match, and kind of similar to what me and Perch were talking about before we got on. Very like, it's funny we talk about matches from that era. Yep, it still had that like kind of old school. We're not going to really call too much. We're going to work this. We know what our time limit is. Once we know how long the finish takes, that's all that matters. So executed, yeah, damn near perfect. Like I don't remember exactly how long it was. If it was a 20-minute time limit, the match went 1959, like 0.9. It was perfect. The finish was perfectly timed. It was very good. And then Cujo shared old school ACW NWA show from like 2001. And boy, did I go into a black hole of watching Young Swoggle, Young Dis, um, um, Brandon Blaze when he was if you would have told me he was 16, I'd believe it. Like no muscle whatsoever, long hair. I don't even know if you can call him young, but Armani. It's just a ridiculous thing to see. Like so many of those guys, just how young and small they were. Looking at TC and Mustafa. Friggin' Bobby V and Dis had this wild gorilla press spot. It was just an interesting dive into the history of Wisconsin wrestling, and just all of our vets when they were young boys. Definitely recommend it. Yeah, if y'all are friends with Cujo, check out his page. He's been sharing stuff. Like all the past couple days, but definitely recommend it. So instead of what we watch, why don't we talk about what y'all did? Perch, why don't you start off?
It was a fun weekend. We were back in hometown, Milwaukee. Friday night, ICW at the bar. Such a good time. ICW has been incredible, especially being able to make it the past several times, and I always have a blast. First match I had was Gunnar Wicks and Sean Priest against Big Bear Oso and Yeti. Wild match, crazy chaos. Yeti finished off Priest for the victory.
Ooh.
Fun to work with all four of those guys. Pure chaos. Everyone is a character. At one point, Yeti tagged me in to go up against Gunnar Wicks.
Smart move.
I stretched on the ropes for a second, untucked the shirt, got big. Gunnar made one move, and I flinched, bailed, and couldn't get out of there quick enough. He made one flinch, and I booked it. And I tagged.
You guys do
tagged
have a
Yeti
bit of a
back in.
history of him literally choking you out of your shoes, so that's fair.
Yes, several times. 2 regular choke slams, a double choke slam out of the shoes, a spear, a multiple murderous. I thought I had what it took, but then he flinched, and that was enough for me to bail. All those moments came rushing back, especially the shoes. Lost them.
Yeah, gone to the sands of time.
Yeah, that was something. But a fun match all around. The next match I had was CJ Cole, our very own, and teaming up with Dysfunction and Yanni against Jason Dukes, Marman, and Jared Jacks. Marman turned on CJ last time. And great to see CJ Cole getting up against Dukes. And yeah, fun match. Those two squared off at the end, and the better man was left standing. Very fun match. The next show was Brew City Wrestling live at the Elks Lodge. Another home base. Very fun to work back-to-back shows. First match I had was Chucky against Sean Priest for the Elks title. Fun match. Chucky continues as the champ. The next match I had was Jack Sirius against Armando, against DLC, against Jaden Mercer. That was a fun match as well. That was 1, 2, 3 pins. So 4 matches in one, 3 matches in one.
You love your multiple pin matches.
Yeah, it's fun storytelling. I enjoy it. Jack Sirius toppled everybody by winning. It was very fun. Next match I had was an absolute delight. Brought me back to the Mid-American Wrestling. Paulie Tomaselli took on Dr. X. That was the match of the night before the show even started in my mind. And as fate would have it, I got to referee it. It was incredible. I loved every moment of it.
Unrelated, there was some old Derek St. Holmes on those ACW NWO or NWA videos, not that he has anything to do with that match that you were talking about, but I just wanted to make sure I put that out there before I forgot.
Oh, that's great. I had seen a picture of him with the full curly mullet.
Yeah, the curly brown hair is interesting.
Oh, just great. Again, unrelated, but just the best. He is an absolute legend and should be recognized for such. And the work that he puts in, yeah, he is one hell of a performer and a fun person to learn from.
Yeah.
Just take little tidbits and watch one of his matches and take something from it and bring it up to him afterwards and see where that conversation goes, because you may become lifelong pals. But yeah, great guy. And yeah, unrelated, Paulie Tomaselli picks up the victory in this match, and Dr. X was not happy. None too pleased. Good pro wrestling. The final match I had was the main event, as Dysfunction went up against Ethan Matthews for the title, the VCW title, and Dysfunction kicked my face off. So I don't know how it ended, but that's how my night ended. I was all right with it. was all right
That's
with
fair.
it.
You didn't need that face anyway.
Nope. Evil Dis is a different animal.
Yeah, he's back. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yep. And it was great. Enjoyed every moment. And yeah, fun show all around.
Hell yeah. Zach, why don't you tell us about your weekend?
Yes, sir. So Friday I was also at ICW. I wrestled Jaden Mercer for the ICW World Heavyweight Championship. It was to end everything. Um, the game plan was simple. I came and beat the fuck out of Jaden Mercer. We fought all across the bar. Accidents did happen on the outside of the ring. I like the most unfortunate accident was I hit my arm on the post and like started hurting my left arm. Probably the biggest damage out there. Um,
Of course.
yeah, of course. Like nothing else really but that. But Mercer and I we were going at it. He did take a little bit of advantage, but was able to hit him with two brain busters. Unfortunately, with literally like maybe centimeters left, he was able to kick out. Went for the top rope, going for the elbow to put the exclamation point and become a two-time champion. And unfortunately, he outsmarted me when I landed that elbow to hook the leg. He rolled me up 1, 2, 3. So took the L and not the ICW World Champion, and I can't compete for it right now because, man of my word, I told Mercer like this is it.
I'm sorry, brother. That's unfortunate.
It is what it is. Like I mean, the game plan could have been any better. I just got caught.
Yeah.
But Saturday, I went out to Racing Championship Wrestling. They're having a feud with Legacy Pro Wrestling, and at the beginning of the show that we came out as a roster, and they talked about the feud. But then Legacy came out, and Eddie made a deal saying who wants to join the winning team. Legacy. Unfortunately, no one wanted to join, but I said fuck it, we ball because Legacy. I've had more history with Legacy than I do at RCW.
Hell yeah.
So I ended up joining Legacy. I think people forget I was a heavyweight champion in Legacy. I defended the belt. I lost it in tens of minutes. Doc and I held a Legacy Tag Championships. We held it for a minute and 15 seconds. All I need to do is hold that mid card belt for like 1 minute. I could be the shortest reigning Grand Slam champion in Legacy history.
Okay.
But yeah, I got to take on Aaron Stone. Had a great match. I never got to wrestle Stone. We went back and forth. Unfortunately, I did not get the win again. Stone was able to dive on me and Eddie while I was trying to get my head straight. I got thrown on and caught by a frog splash. 1, 2, 3. So took
Rough
another
start to the
L.
weekend.
Yeah, but don't worry, we're thriving because I went to Michigan, Kalamazoo, for IPW, where I found myself in a similar situation as CJ Cole. The task of the main event.
Yeah, you're like such a burden.
Such a burden. No promo though. No promo. Aftermatch promo, but no burden promo at the show. But I got to take on TDG, that damn good, the Dark Gentleman, the Michiana champion.
Okay,
Had
yeah.
had another shot for the belt. I thought we tore it up. Like we had a great match. Homie like did a backflip off of me and then hit the cutter. Uh, It was tight. I hit the cartwheel. I hit a beautiful cartwheel German. Another brain buster, but foot on the rope. And I wanted to try to show everyone why I put the air in country air. So I brought him up to the top rope. And as I went for the cutter, I went down, but he did not.
Oh.
And I got caught with I think the star sprinkle, whatever. It's like the Alexa Bliss like move.
Oh, okay.
As I fell, like literally fell and hit the ground, he was following right behind. Wind knocked out. 1, 2, 3, another L. 3 L's for the weekend.
Yeah. 3 L's in a weekend isn't a bad thing in Colorado, but in 2 in Wisconsin, 1 in Michigan is not the way to go.
No, it's things gotta change. But I will say though, every match I had, I felt like we had it was good. We had good stories, had good wrestling, just not a good outcome.
Mm. Sorry to hear that, brother.
My back's hurting. I think I might have hurt my knee too.
Like back's hurt from carrying the country air name. I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can. We're so close.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought I hurt my knee at camp too, and I was like, man, if I tore my knee, like
Like, do
I
not do
like that. I don't want to be matching injuries.
that. Yes, please don't.
Oh,
Please.
also, side note, your curse is real, bro. The Doc Simmons curse is real. I'm bringing it up for those who don't know. Doc Simmons curse. So Doc and I, whoever Doc wrestled with, so Josiah, you're fine. But
Yeah.
real hype. You remember not Mondo, I can't think of his name.
Bob.
Yeah.
His name is Bob.
Bob.
Yep.
Bob had hernia surgery. He got injured. Who
Oh,
paired up with Bob in the match at IPW?
yeah.
I told him this is Doc's fault.
Yeah. It seems
Levy
to be.
Cruz.
Yeah, Levy now.
Wasn't it Devo?
Yeah, Debo was out for a bit.
Cass
Yeah,
for a bit.
Cat Carter
Yeah, Kaz got hurt.
and Bob, bro.
Yeah.
Josiah better be careful in SK.
Yeah, Josiah SK got to be careful.
Davy Bang.
Davy's got to be careful. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's like,
Simmons curse is real, baby.
I don't want to be on the sidelines by myself.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like when you have a heavyweight, you have to bring everyone with you.
Yeah, definitely. But no, sounds awesome. Yeah, unfortunately, the three L's, but sounds like a solid weekend of wrestling. And last but not least, our special guest, HOUA. What wrestles did you do this weekend?
Friday, went to Minnesota. My tag team partner Josiah wrestled. We were gonna wrestle NDS, but what Levy Cruz is injured right now. So to take his place was Kyle Pro. So in the beginning of that match, they cut a promo about how they're not gonna wrestle. They're in street clothes. They called they were talking crap about the Minnesota people, even though they live in Minnesota.
Yeah, even though they are Minnesota people.
And then
Wrestling
and then
makes sense.
Yep. And then we came out, we cut a promo. We told them that we didn't forget when they cheated to win last time. And eventually that's when Kyle Pro comes out from behind us and attack us.
The stupid jacket.
Oh, he cut his hair too.
Mhm.
Kyle Pro cut his hair like to like a soccer mom hairstyle.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
I watched the match and just like, but I guess I didn't get a good look at it.
Yeah.
I didn't see him up close.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was a really fun match. First time having like a 20-minute match that a promoter gave us a 20-minute match.
Oh yeah, getting that 20-minute time limit. It sounds fun.
Yeah.
It sounds
It was fun. I like the spot where Josiah was gonna go springboard, Riley pulls him down, sets him up for a suplex, but instead Kyle Pro's in the ring, suplex into Kyle Pro. Kyle Pro picks him up for the power bomb.
Yeah.
Which and Eric Cannon was there too, and I asked him to get some feedback from him.
Mhm.
He said that move should have been a falsie. He said, like most of the spots that we did, he said some of them could have been some of them could have been falsies.
Mhm.
And he said just work on especially for me, Josiah, work on our timing for tag moves. Like during our shine, we could have built it up a bit more.
Mhm.
And I forgot what else Eric Cannon said, but he's like, oh yeah, and just ring positioning too. Sometimes we were like too close to the ropes. But I thought it was a fun match, and then finish was Riley holds my feet as I was going for the second rope. Had Kyle Pro comes from behind, kind of hits me with the KOD, but I landed my feet. And then NZ him, he's on all fours. Riley was gonna get in the ring. Josiah jumps on Kyle Pro's back to hit Riley. And then we hit our finisher on Kyle Pro 1, 2, 3. And then during the finish, all I heard was Riley talking to Kyle Pro like, "You suck. You suck. We don't need you no more."
Like Riley is quick to throw them away.
And then Saturday was Square Circle Megastore in Chicago at the Burns Eagles Club. We rolled with CJ down there because CJ was in a 6-man ladder match, and we worked a tag team with the Workhorses. Uh, it wasn't it wasn't I feel like for my match, I got to learn if the good workers or bad workers. Well, because I was talking to the Cobra, he's like, yeah, that arm drag spot should have happened because he wasn't that athletic. So I was like, I gotta work. I learned from that to work or to know your opponent and know their style
Yep.
and how
Very
they
important.
work.
Very important.
Yep. And then but I thought the production was really good. We got every entrance had a smoke screen.
Okay.
uh
Get a little bit of that taker feel.
yep. And then them over, but I was able to hit my mist on one of them.
Yeah, that's important. Hey, Perch think that's a 5-star match right there.
Oh yeah, I finally found out how to oh no, I won't ruin the secret.
Yeah. Keep that to yourself. Don't share the craft.
But yep, and then Sunday was IPW. I was gonna be in a fatal 4-way match, but it was but plans changed because the opponent for the world champion didn't show up, so I took his spot instead. And
Always
then
ready.
during that match, we kept it simple. I did my shine. I go for the top. He moves out of the way. I twisted my ankle. I mean, not yeah, twisted my leg, and he worked my leg throughout the whole match. And then yeah, like Zach, like I was talking to Zach about it. He said there could have been more fight backs on my side too. Could have fight back a bit more. Or yeah, but kept it simple. Once and then towards the end, he has me in a fireman's carry. I got out of it, pushed him towards the ref. He stops himself, and I hit another miss, but this time he ducks it. It hit the ref.
Mm.
Yep. And then I turned and I was waiting for a specific spot from Josh Raymond. He was supposed to come out and hit me with the title, but he was busy calling a match for the women's match. So he forgot the spot. So he didn't come out for the spot. So we just improvised. I just told the world champion hit me with the rock bottom. He hits me with the rock bottom, goes for the cover, but the ref good on him. He was like, I'm still blind. I'm still blind. And then that's when he goes out, grab the bottle of water, pour it on the ref,
Mhm.
pour it on the ref, and then hits me with another rock bottom 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, that's working. That's working.
And then after intermission, we did the promo spot where Bob interviews me about how my match went. I spoke in Hmong, and eventually he calls out Terry. Terry comes out, tells me that he'll grant me another rematch whenever. And then that's when I told him, no, I want it right now. I want my rematch again. And then he puts the title belt. That's when Josh comes in, stop us, then grabs the title and knocks me with it. And then when he knocks me with it, I always forget to cover my hands. So cover your hands.
Yep.
And
Much
all
better
you
for your
hear,
hands to bleed.
yep. And all you hear was the ting sound colliding with my head.
Mm.
And yeah, that was my weekend.
Hell yeah. Nice. Sounds fun. Yeah, full weekend all over the Midwest. Lots of miles. Hell yeah, brother. And with that, why don't we get into the topic for tonight? We are like Gual said earlier, we're in WrestleMania season, building to that WrestleMania, and this weekend we have Elimination Chamber from Perth, Australia. Not looking forward to a 4 a.m. pay-per-view. I'll just watch
Yeah.
it later in the day. I'm gonna enjoy my sleep unless up because I'm playing video games for some reason, but I don't expect to be up that late. But yeah, looking excited for it. So of course, wanted to ask, what are your predictions, hopes, dreams for it? Perch, I know we talked about you loving to see, the people heartbroken and the big boos. So what big boo are you hoping for this weekend?
Oh man, I'm all about it. All about it. But no, I'm hoping the big boo is saved for the big show coming up.
Okay.
Oh man, do I hope it's there too. Especially with The Rock coming back and laying the smack down verbally. I enjoyed every second of that.
That even
I
got
would love
my non-wrestling friends excited.
I called a couple of my friends and said, "Hey, Rock's back. You got to check out these couple of things." Like completely unbiased, don't pay attention to any of the fans one way or the other. We absolutely love seeing The Rock back in action and wearing what he was wearing was just
Yeah.
so good. Commanding the crowd the way he does too. Love everything about it. If I was in Philly, I would be cheering The Rock so loud and loving every second of it.
Slap the herpes off your face.
That was also the same building that where he got booed at the 2015 Rumble
Oh,
when
okay.
Roman won. So
All right.
No, that's funny. It's
Full
such a
circles.
good full circle and to feel The Rock out there and singling out people in the crowd and really just doing it. I hope The Rock shows up on the chamber somehow and does something. I don't know what, but to see The Rock even cutting a promo in the back with The Rock. Bring me Michael Cole and The Rock
Bring that back.
promo somehow bring it back and have him run down everybody in the elimination chamber like he did with everybody in the Hell in a
I did it
Cell.
for the Rock. That would be a good
Uh,
callback.
that would be epic. So yeah, if we're talking about dream scenarios, yeah, let me see The Rock in the cell cutting a promo beforehand, giving
Michael
the
Cole.
the rundown of everybody who's in the elimination chamber.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Wah. What are your hopes, dreams, and wishes for Elimination Chamber this weekend?
my hope is Drew McIntyre to win. That's my because he's on the road lately. Throughout the whole month and the whole week,
Mm-hmm.
he's on the road talking about how Cody needs to finish his story, but he needs to finish his too,
Yeah.
and that's one thing. But
No,
I
like
am
I said, we talked like I love everything that Drew is doing. Even started with CM Punk. I prayed for this to happen.
yeah.
Um, uh,
Reveal the CM Punk graveyard shirt.
yeah, CM Punk graveyard shirt. Him after that immediately posting of him doing a tricep workout.
Yeah.
Great. The way he's pushing Cody to finish the story. He's like, I'm a
Mhm.
man of the people. You need to finish your story, Cody, so I can do what I got to do. But that's besides the point.
Yep.
He was always for it. He's like, I was right. I was right the whole time. I'm trying to do it right. I've battled my way into the elimination chamber. So no, yeah, I love Drew.
And another big hope for me is I hope the Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax match main events that show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would say it's Ripley's home country.
Yep.
She deserves it. That would be good. No, I like that one. Yeah, give her the main event.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Zach, what are your hopes, dreams, and wishes for
Uh, I'm looking forward to whatever they do with LA Knight. Like, I really hope whatever Fizzle, like, the guy's got himself over. He went from being the male model guy to now he's like fans are behind him. So like, would like to see him like
which is
whatever it
hilarious
is.
how that didn't work in WWE, but that is flourishing on the indies right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would just love to see something happen with LA Knight. I think like everyone, like Drew McIntyre seems like the right guy to go after Rollins. So I'd like to see McIntyre get that, get his moment too. If it's not Punk, like McIntyre was the guy who his first WrestleMania where he got the main event. He had to do it up from no one.
Mhm.
Did you know too that that COVID one? Immediately after he had the match with Brock, like he had a match with Big Show.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, there's like photos and stuff, and like I think they showed on WWE of him doing something with Big Show, and I was like, and it's the Mania. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, apparently like after Big Show challenged him for the belt, like immediately after.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I didn't ever knew that, but I would like to see something with Bronson Reed as well. I know they had the Waller effect, but like,
It does feel like for all the Australian wrestlers that they have, there's not enough of them on this show, so I'm with you on that.
yeah, I would like to see Bronson Reed. Like, I don't care if he loses to Walter, it doesn't matter what he does. Just like that guy is gonna have a huge ovation. I feel like I would like to see Bronson Reed get like some of his homecoming bits, like show out.
Yeah, I like
But
that.
other than that, like to be honest, I didn't know that Elimination Chamber was this weekend, so I didn't really have that much predictions.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh, I like to say something
Oh
about.
No,
Uh,
yeah.
I really wish they brought back Emma
Yeah.
because Emma tweeted out about elimination chamber being in Australia, and then the next day she got released. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I wish they brought her back.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm, I mean, I guess and I'm gonna be lazy, and I'm kind of gonna steal part of Zach's. It's like, yeah, I want more involvement from our Australian wrestlers. I want something with Bronson. I want something with Dakota Kai. I'm still lost. Yeah, I think it'd be great if Rhea Ripley main events the Elimination Chamber. I think she is that level of star where yeah, I think she can do it. Um, I think when any of these companies like when AEW goes back to Wembley, I don't know if Osprey has an opponent yet, but Osprey should probably main event that. Like if you're gonna make these big trips to other countries, I think it would be good to reward your fans by showcasing their hometown talent very well. So that is my hope.
do do you think with Cody and Rollins on the Waller effect, we're gonna get an impromptu tag match, Rollins and Cody versus Waller and A Town?
I hope not.
Well, I mean, Waller's Australian. Don't you want him to have
Yeah,
a match?
like I'm trying to think. I'm like, God, but I don't want like I do want Waller to have something. I like Waller.
Grayson Waller and Bronson Reed.
Yeah, like I'd be happy with that. But
I just
I
like
don't.
looking at the card, brother. Look at
Yeah, no, like I could see them doing that for sure. That's just me. My personal hope is that they don't. Like Cody and Seth need to be focused on The Rock and Roman and hopefully Drew McIntyre.
what if The Rock paid off Logan Paul for his spot, and then The Rock wins the Elimination Chamber, and he said, "Rollins, you want to get in our business? I'm gonna get in your
Your
business."
business, that could be it. Or I mean, it could even be just Logan Paul wins and Rock pays him off for the championship spot. That would probably actually be the bigger heel move.
Or what if Drew McIntyre, the one who told Cody to finish your story, gives away his spot to The Rock?
Rock,
And
yeah.
just does the ultimate what he just yelled at Cody for.
Yeah, that would be a good one too. I don't know. I think there's some interesting ways they can go with it, but I would rather those guys stay focused on what they're doing. Um, like they don't have to be on the show. Like I want more of our Australian stars. So even if they're just not on it, that I'm fine with that too. Just keep
Just
building.
bring TMDK out to take on DIY once.
Uh,
Unfortunately, we won't be getting that. I do love those guys though. Um, Happy to see them tearing it up in New Japan. I think TMDK might be my all around favorite faction in New Japan right now. So love seeing those guys. And with that, I think it's time we start winding it on down. Why don't we talk about what we got coming up this weekend? I feel like I've started with Perch a bunch, so I'm gonna start with Zach this time. Zach, what you got coming up?
Yes, sir. Friday, I'm going to be riding down AAW. Not on the show, but you never know. We'll have the gear if it's time be. But going to go help out, see all the beautiful faces of wrestling and watch their 20th anniversary show, if anything, and have a good time. And then Saturday, I'm going to beat the cool jacket off of Benjamin Trust.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
going to beat it so bad, I'm going to take that jacket, rip the eagle off, and put a dog head on it.
Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. If you would like take his jacket and put like um Zach McGuire's pitbull mask head, that would probably look good. Go beat him up.
Not a pit bull. I got to go with the golden retriever.
Fair, fair, but yeah, I mean, yeah, we find somebody to put a golden retriever on that shoulder, I'm sure.
Exactly. We'll rip it. We'll just beat the mess off that jacket. Tell them to bring a couple pairs. Maybe put a goat on one.
Yeah, man, yeah, we'll figure it out. We can get something going.
Yes, sir. But other than Sunday, it's gonna be a relaxing day, and probably not watching the Elimination Chamber because I know it's going on this weekend.
Yeah, fair, fair. Um, wow, what do you got coming up this weekend?
I also will be riding along to AAW on Friday to help out with the show. Uh, and then on Saturday is MIAW for Angel Armani because he's doing a rumble. And then from what I heard, I'm in a match in a triple threat. But that's what I heard from Armani. That's all he told me.
Okay, there you go.
And then should be a fun show. But at the same time, another promotion, GLCW, is also running the same day as that one.
Okay.
So I don't know what fans are gonna choose.
Like Armani always does well, so
Yeah.
no matter what, Armani always does well.
Yeah. And Sunday probably is also a rest day for me too.
That's fair. Perch, what do you got coming up this weekend?
So the Midwest tour continues as this weekend we'll be in Chicago, joining you guys at AAW. Be calling the action right down the middle. Looking forward to it. I think I had to miss the last AAW show, and it was sad. I don't like missing those when I don't have to. So yeah, looking forward to being back. It should be a great time. Sierra will be in the house. She's the women's champion. A lot of good people. Joey Jett is in a four-way match
That looks
and
pretty
could
good.
challenge for the heavyweight title.
Hell yeah.
A lot of good matchups all around and good people on hand. And that's at the Berwyn Eagles Club on Friday. And on Saturday, we'll be back at the Berwyn Eagles Club for Black Label Pro. A lot of good people there as well. Really looking forward to the weekend at the Berwyn Eagles Club for AAW and BLP.
Oh, okay. AEW that Berwyn this weekend. Well, okay, yeah, that should be a fun weekend. And then for myself, finally, it is time. Monday I will be having surgery to repair my ACL that I don't have anymore. It's been a long, it's felt like it's taken forever to get to this point, but I'm happy to be there finally. We are at basically the starting line for my road to recovery. So
6 months later.
yeah, it took a while to get here, but we are here. Unfortunately, if you've tried to make a doctor's appointment, you know how booked out they are. So, I'm happy I can make it in, still as soon as I can. So just happy to finally get this done and hopefully, come back as fast as I can, stronger and better than ever. Hell yeah. And with that, I think it is time we take it home. So, Zach, any final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, when the fuck did Wabing learn English?
He just didn't want to talk to you.
Oh, that's why these car rides are so awkward.
Perch, final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, just continue to celebrate pro wrestling. Lots of good wrestling going on all over the world. Got a weekly pro wrestling magazine sent from a friend and fan from Japan from when GCW was over there. Some cool pictures, some cool highlights. And yeah, it's awesome to see. Enjoy pro wrestling all across the globe.
Yes. And our special guest, Hua Ming, any final thoughts or questions you have?
I love wrestling. Wrestling is fun. And thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem. If you love wrestling, we do it because it's fun. If it's not fun, don't do it, guys. And with me, thanks for joining us. Follow us on all the social medias, tell promotions to book us because we love wrestling because it is fun. Be sure down in the comments, let us know what your prediction, hopes, dreams are for Elimination Chamber. Will you be up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning watching it live? If you are, more power to you. This has been the Take It Home podcast. Y'all be easy. 1.